Welcome back to Linda's Pantry. Okay, so today I'm gonna make oxtail soup. Actually, it's an oxtail stew. And I'll tell you, if you've never had this, you are missing out because it is delicious. So I got these on, they were $4.98 a pound. Okay, and there's almost 2 pounds here. So originally they were $8.91. I got it for $6.24. Deal. I don't get to make this very much because some stores don't even carry them, and the ones that do seem to think that they're a premium and that everybody's gonna buy them. And I don't know that many people that actually make this. That's kind of odd to me, but. So I got my kitchen shears. I'm going to open this package. I'm going to cut them into more manageable pieces. And honestly and truly, what I'm doing more than anything, like that one's okay. We're going to put this, I've got a little thing of flour that I'm going to dredge these in. I'm going to go ahead and get them browned off is what I want to do. These bigger ones though, I am going to cut, I believe. Maybe I won't. Let me just leave them. Well, that's a big one. I think I will just leave them. And I'll cut up the elk meat. I'm going to put some elk meat in here just because they're not a real meaty product, but they are full of flavor. All that connective tissue breaks down. These are going to cook for about 3.5 to 4 hours. And it's 2:30 right now, so if I get these started now, they'll be perfect for dinner. And I'm gonna make my dumplings, so, okay, now I wanna cut this meat up. And this is elk meat off of our bull elk that we got. Absolutely beautiful. And because there's no fat, that's why I add the oxtail. The oxtail, or beef, I like deer shank or elk shank too. That gives the same flavor as the oxtail breaking down. And look how, I don't know if you can see how lean that meat is. That's a lean piece of meat. There's no fat marble through that, nothing. It's just all muscle. And actually I'm cutting through it really easy. It's pretty tender already, but the cooking process will break it down and it'll just fall apart, melt in your mouth. Tender, okay. So I'm gonna brown these off also. I just dredge them in some flour. It kind of starts the thickening process of the stew. The dumplings will finish off the thickening process. I wanna make sure these are bite-sized pieces, because they really won't shrink down a whole lot. But, so I've got, vegetable-wise, I've got 2 red potatoes, a big fat yellow onion that's going down in here, tons of garlic, celery, I'll have celery seed, thyme, a bay leaf, carrots, portobello baby cremini mushrooms, and let's see, what else do I have? Parsley, Italian parsley, and all the spices. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pan hot and get these dredged and get them on the fire, and I'll bring you over there when I'm getting ready with that going on. Okay, you guys, I'll be right back. All right, so I've got these ready to go in the pan. And my pan is really hot, the oil's rippling. This pan holds the heat really well. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this brand cast iron, but it comes with a lifetime warranty. And even if you use it so much that you can't deal with it anymore, you can send it back to the company and they will put a new coat of enamel on it for you, which, trust me, I use this thing all the time. It's one of my favorite pots next to that black bean pot. Okay. Boy, that's a big one. And there's a couple pieces of the elk meat. I'm probably gonna throw the rest of the elk meat in on its own. I don't really think I'm gonna dress it. Because I'll have enough caramelization flavor by caramelizing and browning these off. So I've got some fresh cracked black peppers gonna go down on that. And I need some salt. This is gonna be layered. So you're gonna season pretty much each layer. Put a little more olive oil in there so it has somewhere to go. Oh, you guys are not gonna believe how good these are. Some red pepper flakes, a little spice. And I'm gonna finish browning these, and I'll give you a look-see in just a second. All right, you guys, I'm back, and I've got these browned off. They're absolutely magnificent. So, show you that right there. Let them brown on all sides, and what that does, it adds a layer of flavor that you can't get any other way. I mean, so that's why I don't think I need to do the elk meat, because we've already got that flavor imparted now. Just doing all sides of those. Nice. Actually, there was 2 pieces of elk in here. I might have to take a bite. I'll save that for a minute. Okay, so I've got a quart, and I'm going to need more than this, so I'm going to have to look in the cabinet. This is a quart of my homemade beef stock that I did back when I canned roast beef. And so go ahead and watch. I'll let it settle. I'm also going to put a little bottle. These are little mini bottles. It's perfect for this. Of Cabernet Sauvignon. It's not an expensive wine, but I would definitely have this wine with this dinner. And so that's going to add another layer of flavor. It's also now going to deglaze the pan. So I'm going to put it in here with a spatula and kind of help that along. Deglazing. All the alcohol, if you don't like to drink alcohol, the alcohol cooks off. So you're not going to get intoxicated. Okay, so here's the beef stock, and I'll show you the seal. And this was done back in October. Nice seal. And you can see there's a couple little pieces of fat floating on top. That's how much fat was in that stock, which is nothing. And there'll be some herb residue at the bottom also. So it's just a beautiful beef stock. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that jar up one more time with water. And I'll tell you, if you want to make a wonderful beef stock, you can throw a big old oxtail in the mix. The flavor is unbelievable. And I quite often, if I'm going to do that, I will oven roast the bones that I'm using and the oxtail, and go ahead and cook down and make some beef stock. So I'm going to taste this piece of elk meat and see how it goes. Okay. Wow, it's really tender. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to get the rest of my stuff ready, and I'll bring you back when I'm throwing down some veggies and some herbs. All right, you guys, I am finishing up the chopping and getting ready to do the dropping. My poor little parsley is getting all wilty, and I don't know why. I've got it in water, but just bought it. It's so funny. It does not like to be out of the refrigerator, apparently. So I've got some cremini mushrooms here. I'm finishing these up. This was one onion, believe it or not. That onion was huge. So I've got my 4 carrots, my bundle of celery, 2 Um, one of the red onions was really large, so two red potatoes, sorry. The red potatoes, one really large one and one small one, and I've got about 5 cloves of garlic because we love garlic. I think garlic and peppers are what keep us healthy. So this is this has got a lot of veggies in here. Mushrooms have vitamin D. They're full of wonderful vitamins. It's a great vegetable to keep in your diet. So I'm just about ready to drop these down. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, poor thing. My poor little parsley. Might as well chop it. And I'll give the rest to the chickens. So I kind of roll that up like a little cigar. Give myself some room here. Just in a roll there. I don't know, you guys probably can't really see it that well, but it's just to get where I can chop through it. And there you go. Now, the next question is, will all the vegetables that I have cut up here fit in that pot with the meat? Oh my gosh, I don't know. And I have to tell you that the stock that's in there, I did not add any more beef stock. I just left it at the beef stock, the little thing of wine, and a quart of beef stock, a quart of water, and the little thing of wine. And that's it. I mean, that's really the only liquid that's in there. I think that's the only liquid necessary. I might add some more water later. But it's got a deep, dark, rich broth going. Okay, so I'm going to bring you over there and I'm going to start dropping. All right, you guys. All right, so we're over here and we're getting ready to put in our all of our good stuff that we need in there. So I buy the herbs that come in the little plastic containers, and fresh organic herbs. Anyways, they dry out if you don't use them right away. So then what are they? They're just dried herbs. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of the dried thyme that I have. Thyme and beef and elk and venison, and any one of those is just a perfect complement. So I've already done some of it. I've got about a tablespoon of dried thyme in here. I already have 2 bay leaves in there. I'm going to put 1 more dried bay leaf. These I buy fresh, and then again they dry out. So there's a bay leaf down there, and let me get rid of this here. And I want to make sure I get my garlic down in there. I don't want to miss any garlic because we love garlic. Love, love, love garlic. Okay, so this is my carrots and celery. I'm going to go ahead and drop those down. Oh, this is going to make such a hearty stew. Oxtail and dumplings is like one of our favorites. It's without a doubt the most mouth-watering anything you're going to put in your mouth out of my kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to drain off these potatoes. They've been sitting in cold water, and also get some of the starch out. So probably going to need some more water, it looks like. Of course, a lot of these vegetables are going to cook down and lend their own water content, which is very cool. And once again, I'm going to fill this pot. Hopefully there's room for dumplings. If not, we'll be doing something else. Crazy. I think once it all cooks down. The meat's already been simmering now for an hour, and it'll cook down. It'll end up okay. So that's just a plain yellow onion. And my bundle of parsley. Gotta have it, it's full of vitamins. And the cremini mushrooms, which will take a while. And you could, I mean, sometimes if I am taking all day to do this and I don't have anything else I need to do, I'll go ahead and saute all the vegetables down first and get busy with that. But I don't really have that kind of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another, about a half a quart of water. And now we're ready to let this cook down, and it's just gonna slow cook for the next 3 hours. And I'll bring you back when I'm making my dumplings / noodle. Yeah, they're really dumplings with an egg in it, if that makes sense to all you Southerners. I don't think Southern dumplings have egg in them. Okay, so that is about a half a tablespoon of celery seed because I want more of that celery flavor. And again, we're gonna add a little salt so those vegetables will give up the water. And I actually want some dried rosemary in here also. So we'll get some of that out. Maybe rosemary goes a long way, so about a half tablespoon, because it's dried. It will end up a little more pronounced. Again, it's gonna be delicious. And then my kicker ingredient, oh my gosh, we're gonna be eating this for a while. I have a feeling I'll be sharing. I also like to add in some red wine vinegar. So we're gonna add in about 1/3 of a cup of red wine vinegar. Just adds a little background that you go, what is that? Kind of like Rachel Way. Okay. All right, you guys, I'll give you a close-up of this, and ooh, look at that. It is gonna be good. Okay, all the vegetables and that rich broth and everything's gonna make this amazing stock that just is undeniable delicious. So when I'm making my dumplings, my egg dumplings, that's what I'll call them, my egg dumplings, I will bring you back and we'll see if we have room for them. If not, I might have to make biscuits. I don't know. You know, very often I will do something like this, like when we're out camping, I do this a lot, but very often I'll make a batch of biscuits and set them right on top and put this puppy in the oven and bake it off. And they are amazing. But we don't have company coming, so I think I'd rather have the dumplings, egg dumplings. Okay, I'll be back. Enough jabber. Okay, so we're back, and I have my flour mixture here. I'm gonna grab a fork. This is about, okay, because this is such a big pot of stew, this is 2 cups of flour. And so I want at least 2 cups of baking powder. This is gonna make these dumplings just sing. Oh, I'm not supposed to sing, sorry. Anyway, so we have some kosher salt there. I have a really large egg from one of my girls that I'm gonna put in there too. And then some cold water. And we're gonna mix that up until we have a dough. Oh, look at that. That yolk is absolutely beautiful. I don't know. You know, so many places around the country now allow you to have chickens. So I'm gonna bring you in for a close-up and I'm taking a picture because that's just a beautiful sight. Ooh, pretty. Okay, so now that I'm almost there, I want to add some, about a half a teaspoon, maybe even a whole teaspoon of dried thyme. This is going down into my egg dumpling recipe, and about a tablespoon of dried parsley, because it just imparts such a great flavor. And so then I need cold water. Oh my goodness. As you can hear in the background, I bought my dog a new toy. She loves it. Anyway, it's okay. So I just start mixing this up and adding some cold water at the same time. So you want to get a dough that you can work with, that you can roll out, that you are going to be happy with rolling out. You don't want it too stiff and you don't want it too soft. So I just keep adding water, and there you go. We were so excited about the last egg dumplings that I made that I just had to do it with this recipe because there's nothing better. Okay, so now this dough has had a chance to rest, and we're gonna roll this out. You know, I just flour my rolling pin, and we're gonna, I don't want it too thin because I don't want it like pasta necessarily, but I do want a thick enough dough that it's gonna be delicious. Okay, and then I just come in here with the pizza cutter. Doesn't matter. We're doing egg, I don't know, egg and herb dumplings, I guess you could call them, because I put herbs in mine just to flavor them up. I want to make sure that everybody's invited to the party, and we have a delicious stew that has these beautiful dumplings slash pasta, egg pasta, whatever. Anyway, my last video that had this, all this in there, it was pretty funny because they were giving me the what for. If you're from the South, you're gonna have a definite opinion about this. And I always say that I was born 100 years too late, and I think I was born in the South. I'm just saying, because I love to cook like a Southern girl. I did spend some time down there as a young girl, so maybe that's it. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna put these in the oxtail stew, and we're gonna get this going, and we're gonna have dinner. Okay, can you let me do it? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so now it's time to plate this up, and it is gonna be delicious. I can't even tell you how good this smells. We need smell-o-vision. Okay, so I'm gonna get a ladle and pull that off. Look at that. You've got some homemade dumplings. You've got, oh my gosh, vegetables and stock and elk meat, and now we gotta get some of that oxtail. Oxtail stew is just amazing, so I'm gonna give you every bit of it just like that. Okay, I don't know how else you can have that other than pile it up and give it some love. And I'm probably gonna taste it just like this. Here we go. Maybe we'll zoom you in a little bit. Get a little bite, and then I'll let you go and let my husband eat this, because I know he's jonesing. Okay, so that would be a little bit of a dumpling. Ooh, let's have some carrot with that. And some broth. Mmm. I have to tell you, that's just absolutely phenomenal. I don't even know how else to say that. It's just amazing. I want to make sure that you get a glimpse of how tender and fall off the bone the oxtail. If I can get my fork in there. Yeah, there we go. It's just like any stew meat that you've cooked all day. It's absolutely fabulous. Mm-mm. You gotta love it. Okay, you guys, so I hope this inspires you. I hope you stop by next time and come and see me, because I've got tons of really good recipes. This is one of the recipes that I would recommend, and wow, I think Sage recommends it too. So I hope it makes you come back and see us next time. And visit us, you know what? Post it on Facebook. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe, I hope. Yeah. We're gonna have some dinner. All right. God bless.